I spoke with the woman at the center of the controversy.
I use the restroom.
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gays, where we take on LGBT insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson.
What's up, guys? Before we get started, you know the drill. We've got to plug our members-only content. Now, 200 of you guys are joined to watch us react to Lilitino's OnlyFans. Now, this week, we're going to be reacting to an old video of Jeffrey Marsh that I haven't seen yet, and I'm really excited to see it.
So become a member if you haven't yet. Link in the comments or the description to support our work and unlock weekly bonus videos that are even more unhinged sometimes than our regular content. Now, guys, we're going to take a look at the latest misgendering, bathroom, police drama.
This week is a lot of, like, stupid stuff.
It'd be like that. Is that
sometimes we do like serious stuff, but it doesn't do well.
No, it doesn't.
You guys don't want to watch that.
No, you just want to watch us react to stupid shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's watch this local news reporting from a Georgia news station about very serious urgent business happening in the library bathroom.
Welcome back. And new tonight, DeKalb County Police have launched an internal investigation after a transgender woman says an officer confronted her for using the women's bathroom. She says this happened 2 weeks ago at a county public library in Tucker. And tonight, DeKalb County's top official is calling this a, quote, teachable moment. Earlier, I spoke with the woman at the center of the controversy.
I use the restroom.
No.
There's something so funny about the newscaster being dead ass like, I spoke with the woman at the center of the controversy. Oh. Then the camera cuts to this.
What the You're not even trying.
What do you mean?
You're not even trying.
She appears so ladylike. Here, let's watch a little more. Maybe she's voice trained.
Use the restroom, the women's restroom, like I have been for months, if not years. Never had any issues.
Sir.
I'm sorry. I have never had an issue with passing trans women using the women's bathroom, but you can't look like that and be going in the women's bathroom.
Okay, it's not that hard to raise the pitch of your voice.
No, you're not even trying if you're going around.
You don't have to get the surgery to do that. You can just talk like this. Like, at least try.
I mean, here the truth is, this person is so obviously a male, and just if you sent your little girl into the bathroom at the public library and and they see this person,
move, bitch. You seen White Chicks?
No,
You've never seen White Chick?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, they're going to get that reference.
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Anyways.
Well, anyway, you send your little girl into the bathroom at the public library and you see this, and she sees this person in there. She's going to run out scared, crying.
Yeah.
Like, this is obviously untenable.
You know what?
And then the newscaster is just presenting this as a woman and just like, deadpan. It's diabolical.
Is it Saudi Arabia that pays for you to transition fully into a woman?
Maybe.
It's one of those countries. I'm starting to think that those policies are a good idea because I think we need to just make sure they can pass. Just government funded dick chopping.
Diabolical. I don't think that most taxpayers don't want to pay for that though. And
that was a joke.
Well, yeah, okay, but it's not a joke in Saudi Arabia.
But what I'm saying is that most of these policies, if you're not an autogynephile and you're like genuinely somebody with gender,
but that's the problem is I don't know, this person may or may not be an AGP, but there are a lot of them that just put a wig on and go out in public and get off on it.
And it's harder to distinguish between somebody who just started their transition and an autogynephile because it really has to do with it's a money situation.
It is, but that's why I think that you have no business even attempting to use women's spaces unless you're not multiple years into transitioning.
I think that's fair.
You're not haven't taken hormones for like a long time and haven't really put effort in. And if you still don't pass, then it's on you to not make women and girls uncomfortable.
Yeah, you need to go use a urinal.
You won't have to sit.
You won't have to sit. It's quicker. It's much easier.
Let's roll the clip a little bit and hear her out.
Sarah Swinson is a regular at the Tucker Reed Kofer Library. She says after she used the ladies' room on October 20th, a DeKalb police officer on hand for early voting confronted her.
He says, Excuse me, sir, so misgendering me right away. You're
These people can't be serious.
No, you cannot make this shit up.
It's beyond parody.
You really can't make this. This has to be fabricated.
No, this is real.
This is not real.
Listen, I saw this on...
This is AI.
No.
Is there a Sora logo?
There's no Sora logo because listen,
Why does he have anal beads around her neck?
Well,
It's like Mardi Gras in the library.
but the thing is that I saw this on X and I did what I always do, and I went to like the actual local news website to verify the video and find the context and everything, because I don't want to push some like fake stuff or some out of context
Thank
stuff.
God for Brad. I don't have the energy to do all that.
And I found this full story on the local news website, Fox 5 Atlanta, and it's 100% real. It's not April Fool's.
This is the type of story that will radicalize somebody to the right.
Yes. And
If you play this on, if my parents saw this on local news, like they would lose their minds. And imagine all the old people watching Fox 5. These transgenders, like these gross pedos, like that's all that's going to happen after this story.
And it's unfortunate.
You misgendered me. The old people watching Fox 5 don't even know what that means.
No, and they're also going to be like, what do you mean? He said, sir, and you're a man.
Yeah.
So
away. You're not a woman. That's obvious.
Swinson says she tried explaining to the officer that she
why the belly hanging out?
The belly fat is hanging out.
Can't you get a shirt that fits
Maybe.
you at least?
You know what? Honestly, I think that we have a problem because we assume that all trans people want to transition into a hot woman. I think that she's trying to transition into a librarian.
Into that woman from Monsters, Inc.
Mike was asking, come get your paperwork today. It's Roz, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, honestly, if the face and the voice were a little bit more feminine, I could totally see her with like jingles around her neck working at a school, like a security guard or something.
But this is just uncanny
Because the body
valley.
is giving like, it's giving feminine.
I think
Just not like
I think it's
Victoria's
just, it's
Secret
just giving
feminine.
morbidly obese, and once you get fat enough, it becomes hard to distinguish.
Do you know what? I think the problem is that all of my friends who are trans are like,
snatched?
they're hot. So I base my opinions off of them. And I feel like when I see stuff like this, I'm like, you're not trans. Like, you're not trans unless you're...
Well, you're also, this person's not even trying. The voice, you're not even trying.
You're not trying. Like, your voice should make you dysphoric.
That's why I think this is most likely a fetishist.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
that she's a transgender woman, but he got angry.
This is a police matter. There are women and little girls in there, and I have to protect them.
She says it ended up causing a scene in the middle of the library, and she tried to de-escalate.
Finally, I just nodded, and he walked off, and I was very thankful.
The next day, she emailed library staff, who she says reached out to DeKalb County Police.
The library filed the complaint on my behalf.
There aren't any Georgia laws banning transgender people from using bathrooms aligning with their gender identity. DeKalb PD says its internal affairs unit is actively investigating the incident, but offering few details. A spokesperson said the department, quote, remains dedicated to treating all members of our community with dignity, respect, and professionalism.
I'm not mad at anybody, more than anything. I'm just overwhelmed by the support I've gotten from people.
Amid a passionate nationwide debate over...
Who's supporting that?
Who is supporting this?
I don't... DeKalb is in Georgia, right?
Yes, this is Georgia.
It's right outside of Atlanta.
I guess.
I think one of my exes is a cop there. It was probably him because he's pretty right wing. Anyways, yeah. I'm speechless. I don't have any more commentary.
This person is like, they're like, there's no laws against. There probably should be, babe, because I'm sorry if you just having this is not sustainable. This is going to lead to backlash.
Again, policing your own community is important. And I'm sorry to the actual trans people who just want to live your lives, but it's time for you to come out of hiding and become activists again, because you need to kick these people out.
And the allies need to, allies, because who is gassing this person out?
White liberal women.
Correct.
And they need to shut up.
Yes. They're like, oh no, you're so beautiful. I would gladly share the bathroom with you.
Girl, shut up. I see so many videos they're talking about women's sports, and some of them are my friends, and I literally am like, you guys, please shut up. Like, you're making our lives worse.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I understand wanting to be like an ally for communities you're not a part of, because sure, that's admirable.
But there's such a thing as a quiet ally.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah. Or if you're going to speak up, like, don't lose your sanity in the process.
They don't seem capable of that.
Yeah.
But there is one part of this I kind of liked.
Where and when transgender people can use bathrooms, locker rooms, and play on sports teams aligning with their identity. Swinson looks at it this way.
I'm not looking for this guy to be fired. I'm not looking for him, to be really punished in any way. I just hope that this is an opportunity for education.
At least I appreciate you the not being a Karen and not being like, I want this person fired.
Yeah.
But like educating what? Like educating him that the laws don't allow him to protect women and girls in Georgia? Okay.
Right.
You should maybe be aware of that if that's the case.
I just don't understand. I don't know. The newscaster's kind of cute, though.
I guess. But
sorry, I got distracted.
And I asked DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson about all of this. She told us the county supports the LGBTQ community, calling this a teachable moment. She says as a result, they'll be looking at their training, curriculum, and laws and policies on the books. The county further clarified their official position is for library patrons to use whichever bathroom aligns with their gender identity.
And what could possibly go wrong?
This is concerning to me because it's like if you're on the left and you have just like, you're not insane, you have no option if you actually speak out against this stuff other than getting pushed to the right, because the way you get attacked for it. And it's like the amount of virtue signaling that is required to just be accepted onto the left is such a problem.
Yeah.
It's such a problem.
And this kind of thing is, I agree when liberals and Democrats are like, it's not that big a deal. It's not that common. But it's also more common than they think. And it's more of a sanity test than anything else.
Right.
And I'm just telling you that 70 to 80% of Americans see this story and think anyone who thinks that's fine is crazy.
Yes.
So they're not going to listen to your talk about healthcare subsidies when you think this person is a woman just because they feel like it should be able to walk into any woman's bathroom, no questions asked.
Correct. They're not going to trust you to balance a budget or anything if you can't even define what a woman is.
No. And if I do get to go, I was telling Clarkson earlier about this conference I'm trying to attend with a bunch of elected Democrat officials who are LGBT. And I'm going to ask them, what is a woman?
Yeah.
And I want to know what they say.
I mean, it's a great way to figure out if you're going to support a politician or not. Like, even when I'm looking at like Democratic politicians, the ones that are vocal about women's sports is something that is like a litmus test for me. Not because it's a big deal, but because it shows that they're willing to actually.
And they have a spine, and they will take us to something, even if it makes the crazy activist mad. Like that, I think that's why it's a reasonable litmus test, not because it's of earth-shattering consequence. How many NCAA athletes there are who are trans? That's not the point.
Right.
The point is the sanity test of it all. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't yet. Hit the like button and all that. Become a member to watch our deep dive into an unearthed old video of Jeffrey Marsh and see us react to Lily Fantino's spicy page. If you haven't yet, you're getting flashbacks. And with that, guys, we'll talk again real soon.